What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mimi.
I am Anai.
Yo, it's Kina.
The MAKO Girls.
The MAKO Girls.
I'm the boss.
Can you turn that down, please?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mimi. I am 25 years old, and my personality in the group, I'm probably the one that's keeping us together, like the motherly figure.
Turn up the crowd when we're trying to catch our breath. Yeah, so that's why we say keep the energy up. Finna put in that work. We'll be done at 10. So
I am the girly one out of the group. I'm always keeping my hair and makeup done. Period. And yeah, that's my personality out the group.
I am Anai from the MAKO Girls. I am the youngest member of the group, so I am 22 years old. And my personality in the group, I honestly don't know what it's like when other people see it. I know my personality, which is I can be very goofy at times. If I don't say anything, my facial expressions will definitely give away how I feel. And I would say I am like the silly one in the group to an extent, but I'm also very introverted as well. Not the yapper, but I am the one that is going to make you laugh.
Yo, it's Kina. I am 26 years old. I would say my personality in the group, I'm the more free spirit. I am the wild card. You never know what I'm going to say.
these aren't like done.
These nails. I'm
So-
not ready to take them off. I can't function.
And I would say I am a bit of a creative. I have a lot of creativity. I'm very theatrical as well. Yeah.
So we're gonna take a little journey. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back a little bit before MAKO Girls because we started out dancing. We literally wanted to create dances for parties. We wanted to just entertain. Throughout the time we met the group Mindless Behavior, they were our first inspirations of how we wanted to be as a girl group. We actually met them at a meet and greet for Kina's birthday. And we got inspired by the documentary, seeing the whole process, seeing how they got started and where they were able to take their career, and was like, that's something we want to do. So literally after watching it, we stepped up our game. We started talking about we need vocal lessons. Didn't even know if we could sing, but we was going to try. So Anaya, at 10 years old, found our vocal coach. We ended up being just 3 of us, and by 2013 we started taking vocal lessons and really shooting for our dream of just entertaining people and making that career, traveling the world, hitting big stages. Oh, and also we were inspired by TLC. Like, they had our energy as a girl group. They danced, they were fun, and I feel like that's what we bring. Artist development was definitely a season, and I feel like we're always in artist development, but the process was honestly a test.
There was a lot of stuff that we didn't know like comes with it, because we just had like the passion to do it. We're like, oh, we want to be a girl group, we want to do this, but everything that took to do that was a lot, and it was eye-opening even just going through it. So we had the days where we'd be going over vocals, and then I would be getting lightheaded because I'm not used to these singing techniques, and I'm like, oh, I feel woozy. Or we'll be working out and we had to do laps around the freaking track field, and then had to keep going and don't stop.
Not mess me up when she said she gonna sign us up for the boot camps. No, I don't do that. But it was intense at first. As we've gotten older and like progressed, it became a little less stressful and more about perseverance.
Because first of all, I'm not very physical, so doing athletic things, running, all that stuff was never my favorite, but we learned the importance of it. And through the process of artist development, we were learning how to work the stage. We were doing suicides, we were doing push-ups. We were doing so much just to train our bodies and be prepared for what we were signing up for, essentially.
Boot camp is just all about stamina, mental strength to get through it. And I feel like going through stuff like that as an artist kind of, in a way, preps you for the mental fortitude that you would have to have in the industry. And I feel like the stamina that you need for a long performance.
And then with vocal lessons, we were just honing in on our craft. Didn't even know if we could sing, so we were starting from square one.
Like starting off, I did not sound like how I do today.
I had the mic me, you so nice. I spit in that fire, but wearing that ice, dripping so cold. Can cut what I like all of my things have a cost.
So it is like a whole like journey, even just identifying how your voice is, what type of range your vocal cords would have.
Vocal wise, I would usually chew on my words and I didn't really talk as much, and I loved listening to like Japanese artists like Yohayo and like other like Japanese rock bands. So I would just try to like, sing that kind of genre of music.
Learning how to blend, learning how to harmonize, just picking songs to know our voice. And that process was my favorite because I love to sing. When I was in like 5th grade and I realized, hey, maybe I kind of got a little voice there, I was like, yes, this is my favorite space. I wanted to thrive there.
But the thing that I looked forward most to was dancing. I loved choreo. I loved learning it and like trying it out and seeing what I can do.
That was my struggle bus. I was never the best when it came to dancing, but I always committed. I always had that rotation and it could just never do what it needed to. But I'm excited to see how much we've grown. Artist development was definitely what we needed. Our first performance was nerve-wracking, first of all.
First performance most definitely was a bit like nervous, terrified.
In hindsight, it was a mess. Personally,
I was a ball of nerves. I was a shy, nerdy girl. I was like terrified at first, trying to like perform for the very first time.
This was us actually finally putting the singing and dancing together, so I was very nervous.
but when we, back in my 10-year-old self, I was actually kind of excited to perform, because even going out there to Tennessee to hit this talent showcase, I don't really remember the details because I was so young, but I do remember that I was like, oh, we're gonna get up there, we're gonna kill it, like we sound so good.
But it was fun because we did TLC.
Let me give you something to think about. In it that your mind, what you take to tell you why. Can't forget to focus on that picture in front of me. You look clear, DVD, original picture. Gotta stop my appetite.
And backstage, we got a lot of inspirational words, encouragement before we hit the stage. And I feel like we were the youngest, so you kind of get a little slack when you're younger, but we came out there and still showed out.
My hair looked so good, it did not. But like I knew like our outfits like the song choice was perfect. And like I was just like, gotta go up there and kill it.
Every time, no matter what, still to this day, if they're like, the MAKO Girls, I'm like, okay, I'm here. We're doing it. It's live.
It was really fun. It made me feel like, yeah, we could definitely do this. Like I said, we got so many encouraging words that night, so it helped us shake off all those nerves for sure. Personal challenges, knowing myself, knowing my style, being able to trust myself. I know with my other 2 members and sisters, they have such a bold style. And when it came to specifically things like photo shoots, I felt like that's where I would become a little bit more in my head, a little bit more like conscious about how my style would show up or even how I pose. I'm very, like I said, trendy, just giving 1-2 hand on the hip. But they would come with so much crazy poses and they just was fluid when it came to pictures, and I felt like I would compare myself a lot.
Personally, when I was first coming up with Mimi and Kina, each of them had their role, and I was trying to figure out what would my specialty be, because Kina was like known as like the good dancer. Like Kina was like, oh, you give her the choreography, like Kina's the dancer in a way, like that's where her strong suit was. For Mimi, hers was singing. She would always sing all the time, so her vocals were there. And so like they were like, okay, Mimi's for the singing, Kina's for the dancing, and then I was just kind of falling in the middle in between the two. But I didn't really know if I was good, like as great as I could be in the dancing field or in the singing field, working enough to be on the same tier as Kina and Mimi in our girl group.
Like I said before, I was super shy and quiet. So whenever Mimi would be the main person talking, whether it be like interviews or like us going on the stage at first. But that was something that I had to learn to like get over and like persevere and start talking a lot more and also voicing my opinion. Because sometimes I would just let the waves go through and I'm like, I'll just ride the wave and see how it goes. But knowing that my opinion also matters, knowing that I need to also vocalize what I think would be great as well to like put into the group, I had to learn how to stand on my own 2 feet and really push for what I wanted to see and what I believe in as well.
Balancing school, honestly, I was very much a go to school, do my work, come home. I think what kind of started to become difficult was like when I got older, thinking about clubs and stuff, I really couldn't commit because I didn't know what MAKO Girls could bring. The music industry, you never know. One week you free and don't have nothing to do, and then by the next day you're booked and busy. So I felt like that kind of affected how much I invested in things in school, like clubs and things like that.
I didn't really have a problem balancing school because I didn't like being at school. So I would look forward to the days when we would get checked out from school and it's like, oh, you have a show. Or if we went, there's a time where we were actually homeschooled because we was getting checked out of school a lot. So I literally loved that whole season of us just traveling and then just doing shows, going to our rehearsals.
Because I was starting high school, it was like a bit shifty, especially because in the beginning I was in the STT program. It's a program for the nerds. But I was in the science program. I have to wake up at 4 a.m., catch a bus for the school to go to Fernbank, come back to the school, actually do school. And also I wanted to join clubs and stuff and be around my peers.
I was always able to figure out how to manage my time with doing MAKO Girls and then just like hanging out with friends, or I would even do sports. So like being on the team, I'll have practice, I'll have volleyball practice, and then once that's over, I'll have actual MAKO Girls practice. And so it's really just kind of becoming a master with my time.
Family is I feel like the most challenging because we are all family at the end of the day, even our managers. So it was very hard to separate the two and like learning how to balance it, because at one point in our career it was literally MAKO Girls day in and day out. As we got older, we have more of a personal life, so that's where it became a little bit more challenging. But we used our calendars. We have a lot of like conversations, meetings, just to see what everybody has going on, to kind of make that balance easier, because we prioritize family, we prioritize spending time with our loved ones, just living life, experiencing life. So I felt like it was something we just had to balance and make it a priority on top of doing the music.